Crash course on environmental science, biodiversity and conservation. Learn about the importance of biodiversity and conservation efforts. Sure, I would be happy to give you a crash course on environmental science, biodiversity and conservation. Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth, including all the different species of plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms that exist. It is a measure of the health of ecosystems and is critical to the overall functioning of the planet. Conservation is the protection, preservation, and management of natural resources to ensure their sustainable use and the continued survival of species and ecosystems. The importance of biodiversity. Biodiversity is important for many reasons. It provides us with food, medicine, clean air and water, and other resources that we rely on. It also has ecological value, such as supporting the pollination of plants, regulating the climate, and maintaining the nutrient cycles in soil. Biodiversity is also important for cultural reasons, providing inspiration for art, music, and literature. However, biodiversity is threatened by many factors, such as habitat destruction, climate change, overexploitation, and pollution. These threats have led to the extinction of many species and have put many others at risk. Examples to excite our readers. To give you an idea of why biodiversity and conservation are so important, here are a few examples. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most biodiverse regions on Earth, with millions of species of plants and animals. However, deforestation and other human activities are causing the loss of thousands of species each year. Coral reefs are home to a quarter of all marine species, but they are threatened by rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification, caused by climate change. The monarch butterfly is a migratory species that travels thousands of miles each year. However, habitat loss and pesticide use have caused a decline in their numbers. Top 12 Popular Biodiversity and Conservation Efforts. Now, let's take a look at some of the most popular biodiversity and conservation efforts that are currently underway. 1. Conservation of endangered species. Efforts are being made to protect and conserve endangered species such as the giant panda, Bengal tiger, and African elephant through captive breeding and habitat protection. 2. Habitat restoration. Efforts are being made to restore degraded habitats such as wetlands, forests, and grasslands. 3. Sustainable agriculture. This involves using practices that minimize the negative impact of agriculture on the environment, such as reducing the use of pesticides and fertilizers. 4. Marine conservation. Efforts are being made to protect marine ecosystems and marine species, such as coral reefs, whales, and sea turtles. 5. Forest conservation. Forests are being protected and conserved through various methods, such as reforestation, conservation of old-growth forests, and protection of forested areas. 6. Protected areas. Protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, are being established to protect biodiversity and natural resources. 7. Ecotourism. This involves promoting tourism that is environmentally sustainable and helps to support local communities. 8. Sustainable fisheries. Efforts are being made to ensure that fishing practices are sustainable and do not deplete fish populations. 9. Wildlife trafficking. Efforts are being made to stop the illegal trade of wildlife, which is a major threat to many species. 10. Climate change mitigation. Efforts are being made to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and slow down the pace of climate change. 11. Sustainable energy. This involves promoting the use of renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. 12. Education and awareness. Educating people about the importance of biodiversity and conservation is an important part of conservation efforts. Summarization. In summary, biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth and is critical to the functioning of the planet. However, it is threatened by habitat destruction, climate change, overexploitation, and pollution. Conservation efforts are necessary to protect and preserve biodiversity and ensure the sustainable use of natural resources. There are many popular conservation efforts currently underway, including the conservation of endangered species, habitat restoration, sustainable agriculture, marine conservation, forest conservation, protected areas, ecotourism, sustainable fisheries, wildlife trafficking prevention, climate change mitigation, sustainable energy, and education and awareness. Biodiversity and Conservation poem. Biodiversity is life's variety. A treasure trove of all that's mighty. From the tallest trees to the smallest bug. Each has its place, its worth, its hug. Conservation is what we need to protect these wonders, and succeed in preserving nature's balance true for generations to come anew. From the Amazon to the coral reefs, species are in danger. It's a thief that steals from us the beauty and grace of nature's bounty, its embrace. Endangered species need our care to protect them, and their habitats fair. From the Bengal tiger to the monarch butterfly, let's give them a chance to live, to fly. Habitat restoration, sustainable farming, marine conservation, and forest guarding. Protected areas, ecotourism, fisheries fair. Wildlife trafficking prevention, climate change care. Sustainable energy, awareness and education. All play a part in conservation. Let's work together, hand in hand, to protect biodiversity, our precious land. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link, https://www.booking.com/index.html. 8 = 7989335 is a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our InHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.